The 50 best games released on PlayStation 3. And yeah, this is just my opinion. If you think that another game should also be in the list, leave it in the comments. And also leave your like and subscribe to the channel. I'm posting videos every day here. I'm sure you'll like it. Thank you, and let's go to the games. God of War 3, the resolution of Kratos' story in the Greek mythology, the most brutal game of the series. Game released in 2010. Uncharted 1, the first adventure of a charismatic character called Nathan Drake, a fun and thrilling action-adventure game. Game released in 2007.
These guys don't like you much, do they?
Less talking, more shooting!
GTA 4, the GTA with the most realistic features of all, with immersive story and impressive realism to this day. Game released in 2008. Dante's Inferno, a hack and slash with a brutal gameplay and an insane story, combat, and exploration inspired in God of War, but with its own personality. Game released in 2010. Devil May Cry 4, the definitive Devil May Cry experience, with great graphics and a fluid gameplay, and an interesting storyline. Game released in 2008. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the apex of Call of Duty in its time, with one of the best Call of Duty's campaign to this day, iconic characters and unforgettable moments. Game released in 2009.
Use the cover of the storm to enter the base. You'll be a ghost in this blizzard, so the guards won't see you until you're very close. Keep an eye on your heartbeat sensor. Good luck.
Uncharted 2, in my opinion the best Nathan Drake adventure, with an insane evolution in comparison to the first game, in gameplay and storytelling. Game released in 2009.
You ready for this?
Let's do it.
GTA 5. Explore the Great Los Santos with 3 great characters and one of the most fun gameplay of open-world games so far, with impressive freedom. Game released in 2013.
I dropped that fucking cop!
Dark Souls. Explore and discover the mysteries of a lonely and dangerous universe, with impressive scenarios and insane boss fights. Game released in 2011. The Last of Us. A beautiful and heavy story about people in a sort of zombie infestation, with a fun combat and stealth moments. Game released in 2013.
Later, okay?
Heavy Rain. A game that tells you a story full of plot twists and mysteries, and also your choices changes the game, and you won't be prepared to the plot twist of the story. Game released in 2010.
It's time for your snack. Are you hungry?
I guess, a little.
Let's see what we can find in the kitchen.
Uncharted 3. Nathan Drake one more time going out on an insane adventure. The last game of the series released on PlayStation 3, still with a good story and gameplay. Game released in 2011.
This one's on me.
Split Second. A racing game full of charisma and a lot of cars. Race and enjoy the speed of this insane game through immersive and destroyed stages. Game released in 2010. Mortal Kombat 9. the reboot of the series, with an impressive story mode and amazing gameplay, still to this day considered one of the best of all time. Game released in 2011. Street Fighter 4. Fight with and against the classic characters of Street Fighter, with a brand new gameplay and graphic style. Game released in 2008.
Mission complete.
Dark Souls 2. Seek the great souls of Drangleic to be able to face your final challenge. A game with insane story and possibilities. An insane experience. Game released in 2014. Red Dead Redemption. Back then it was called of GTA with horse, but today it's almost as famous as GTA, an insane open world in a Western universe. Game released in 2010.
Let's go. Come on.
Tomb Raider, the reboot of the story of the famous Lara Croft, with new graphics, gameplay, combat, storytelling, and mysteries. All fans of the series should play. Game released in 2013.
The lifeboat. Where are they?
Bayonetta, a fast-paced hack-and-slash game full of emotion and originality, and a character that I'm sure that catches your eyes. Game released in 2009. Saints Row the Third. Imagine a GTA but with a different sort of humor. That's this game. But it's original and extremely fun, the best of the series. Game released in 2011.
We're gonna die?
What happened to I do my own stunts?
Hey, do these look like scripts to you?
Alright, people, let's find that ball.
Sleeping Dogs, an insane open-world game with mechanics like GTA but also fighting games, with an addictive gameplay and an immersive story. Game released in 2012.
You're the tough guy that's everyone's talking about. Hey, you think you can fight?
You like that?
Call of Duty Black Ops 1, the first Black Ops COD game, and in my opinion the best campaign in the Black Ops series, with great characters and insane missions. Game released in 2010.
You do that again, I will kill you. Clear him out. Move up the street. Oh, take the right.
Silent Hill Homecoming. Silent Hill is always a good place to explore, unless you are afraid of ghosts. An original survival horror game that deserves to be remembered. Game released in 2008. Gran Turismo 6. The returning of the most iconic PlayStation racing series, with a lot of cars, tracks, and that with insane graphics. Game released in 2013. Battlefield 3. A FPS game with a good story, and a massive sandbox multiplayer full of action and possibilities. Multiplayer is no longer online on PlayStation nowadays. Game released in 2011. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, one of the best RPG games to this day, with a lot of quests to follow, areas to explore, and build possibilities. Game released in 2011. Fallout 3. Survive in a dangerous and immersive post-nuclear world, dealing with all types of creatures and people. Game released in 2008. Rayman Legends, a beautiful and fun 2D platformer game, with multiple characters and a lot of levels, even musical levels, that's really fun. Game released in 2013. Batman Arkham Asylum, the first episode of Batman in this new era of video games, and still one of the best Batman games, with an insane combat style and impressive storytelling. Game released in 2009.
Can you hear me? Loud and clear. What's up? Joker's escaped custody. He's running free in Arkham. Do you need anything?
Metal Gear Solid 4, an original and charismatic stealth game with a crazy and interesting story, another masterpiece by Master Kojima. Game released in 2008. BioShock. Survive and discover the mysteries of this dark and dangerous city built underwater, with a great story and gameplay. Game released in 2007.
Remember, the 1-2 punch! Don't fucking shut up!
Persona 5, a JRPG with an intriguing and immersive story, a long one by the way. Remembered as one of the best JRPG games to this day. Game released in 2016. Mass Effect 2, an action RPG with a great gameplay and a story that allows you to change your relation with the characters, a masterpiece. Game released in 2010. Demon's Souls, the first Souls-like game, with challenging areas and bosses, and a gameplay that created a whole new fanbase in video games. Game released in 2009. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, known as the best Call of Duty multiplayer so far, but also with a very fun story mode, with memorable characters and moments. Game released in 2012. Portal 2, an original puzzle game, set in a first-person camera where you need to use a portal gun to solve the puzzles of each level. Game released in 2011. Dragon Age Origins, an insane open-world RPG game with multiple characters, missions, and areas to explore. Still one of the best of the series. Game released in 2009. Fallout New Vegas. For a lot of people the best Fallout game, with a great gameplay, impressive scenarios, and an extremely immersive experience. Game released in 2010. Wolfenstein: The New Order, the reboot of an old and iconic video game series. In my opinion, this is the best one of all Wolfenstein games. Game released in 2014.
Yes, sir! Oh, we'll be having a nice nap and a cup of tea till you get here, Blasco. Light us out.
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, a different Metal Gear experience. Play now as Raiden, with a fast-paced hack-and-slash gameplay style. Game released in 2013.
Self-taught.
Killzone 3, a great experience for those who enjoy FPS games, with a nice gameplay and graphics at its time. Rest in peace Killzone series, hope to see you again someday. Game released in 2011.
Sight your weapon while peeking from cover to shoot that far target. That's the wrong target.
BioShock Infinite. Explore now a city built in the clouds. It's beautiful, but also very dangerous. ND still one of the best FPS games in terms of story to this day. Game released in 2013. Far Cry 3. Survive, explore, and rescue your friends from an insane group of pirates, with impressive visuals and graphics to this day. Game released in 2012. Final Fantasy XIII. An original and different Final Fantasy experience. Not the most beloved game of the series, but still deserves your attention. Game released in 2009. Batman Arkham City. The sequel of Arkham Asylum, but now, explore Gotham City in a dark and melancholy version, in a whole new open world. Game released in 2011.
I'm at the church. It looks like Harley Quinn is inside.
That dreadful woman is no doubt setting a trap for you.
Don't worry, Alfred. Quinn never was too smart. I'll be...
Dead Space. A great survival horror that takes place in a huge spacecraft full of deadly creatures and other mysteries. A true survival horror experience. Game released in 2008. Assassin's Creed 2. In my opinion, the best Assassin's Creed game so far, where you take control of Ezio and play through an immersive story in Italy. Game released in 2009. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the sequel of Assassin's Creed 2, now with a better gameplay, graphics, and still a great story, but not as good as the second game. Game released in 2010. Splinter Cell Blacklist. A fun and immersive stealth game. A great game even for those who aren't good stealth players, that's why it's so fun. Game released in 2013. Assassin's Creed 4. Be now a pirate and explore the huge open map as you improve your gear and ship, and also with an insane ship battle gameplay. Game released in 2013.
I'm close at heel, shitbird!
Those are the games, guys. I really hope you enjoy. There's so much excellent games on PlayStation 3 that is even hard don't put some games here. So if you enjoy it, I'll make a second part. Thank you, and so long.